So, I guess this comes as no instructions in life, but how to put a penis in a vagina when you're growing up and when you're of legal age. You know how to insert your penis into the vagina, and what do you know about it? Well, basically, my old man, or my dad, said to me years ago, "Paul, it's the second hole from the bottom." Didn't know what he meant. But anyway, when I got close to a girl years later, when I was growing up, it was the second hole from the bottom. So if you imagine, I'll see if I've got a figure 8 here. On the bottom is the anus, that's her bum, where my hand's moving there. Right? There's not much distance between a vagina and a bottom, you know, the bum hole, where the poo comes out. So anyway, you've got to go for this one up top. You've got to go for this one up top, not the one on the bottom. And how you do that is many different methods. Alright? Some people use lubricant, some people spend time going on the growl. That means that they, you know, go down and say they got their mouth near the vagina and they're spitting and growling and so they're on the growl. Then comes the time of inserting your penis into the vagina. In most cases, I'd say about, from my experiences, in most cases I would think that it'd have to have some moisture in it. Well, basically it does. It has to have some moisture so your penis can insert into the vagina. Now, basically, what you need to do is have your penis lubricated a little on the end, and her vagina lubricated also. Then, this is great demonstrations, and I don't get copyrighted for this. Then, what you do, because remember the figure 8? On the bottom here, on the bottom is the bottom, and on the top is the vagina. So let's remove the bottom because it's the second hole from the top. Then you place your vagina near the lips, or you get her to open up the lips of her vagina to make it a little bit wider. Then you slowly go in and out, a little bit at a time. Some girls are big enough that you can just go straight in. But in most cases, depending on the size of your penis and the lubricated vagina and the size of her vagina, because not all vaginas are made the same, so you sort of rub back and forwards, then you slowly enter a little bit more as you're rubbing, and as it's wet, then you can, you know, go slowly back and forwards. That's how I think you'd enter a vagina. But you can use lubricant. You can use, what else could I think of? You could use petroleum jelly, but that's not the same anymore as what they used to use back in the olden days. You can use baby lotion. You can use hand cream. But sometimes women, their vaginas can be sensitive to these type of creams. Some women just prefer the KY gel water lubricant base because the pH level in the vagina changes when you're using moisturisers, or hand moisturisers, or baby moisturisers, or whatever it may be. The pH level can change. Plus, at the same time, if you didn't use a condom and your sperm entered in there, the pH level can change, and for some women it can become a little bit sensitive or sore. So, you know, how to enter the vagina is sort of like a mastering art that you take your time, learn, ask her how she likes it, but always remember the figure 8. It's like infinity. Alright? So you don't go for the bottom one, you go for the top one. That's if she's lying on her back. If she's facing the other way, it's sort of like change the figure 8. You don't go for the top one, you go for the bottom one. You've basically got to feel your way through the seam Also, so how to enter a vagina is a very slow process. I'll explain again. You can either use different moisturizers, or she may be moist herself, depending on if some girls get really very moist and drip, drip, drip. Some girls get very hot and their vagina dries out because they're very hot and horny. So what I would suggest is that you touch the sides a little bit with your lubricated penis, even if you've got water lubricant, then slowly enter, and she'll open her legs usually a little bit more to greet the happy day. Slowly go in, then make the full plunge once you're in, then move back and forwards while you're on the inside slowly, if that's the type of girl you're with. Then, you know, if she wants you to go faster and faster, sometimes she'll tell you, and then ejaculate. Whew, it's over. I don't know why. But it's another subject. Anyway, the figure 8 to the how to enter the vagina. Hope I've helped someone. Might be funny.